Okay, so we've got a short little question here about part of the electromagnetic spectrum. We've got a question about infrared and microwaves, two types of electromagnetic spectrum, and we need to talk a little bit about how we use these types for communication. So infrared is a bit funny because you normally think about that as people seeing heat rays, or infrared is also um, using cooking, so toasters and barbecues and grills, that's infrared rays. But when we're talking about communication, we're talking about remote controls. So you change your TV channel with a remote control, you're sending a little infrared signal to the TV. And that is a communication. I know you don't feel like you're talking to anybody, but you are still communicating with your television. And again, microwaves. So people say, well, surely we're just using that for cooking. No, if you, much more common than microwave cookers are mobile phones, and they are microwave transmitters and receivers. So they're sending signals to base units using microwaves. Okay, some of the properties of infrared and microwave that are the same. So what can we say about these sort of waves that make them the same? Well, one of the obvious ones is the type of wave it is. If we look at both of these waves, the vibrations, the oscillations are at 90 degrees to the direction of the wave. So they are transverse waves. The other obvious one to mention is that they both go at the same speed. They go at the speed of light, as long as they're in a vacuum, as long as they're traveling through space or somewhere like that. So they have the same speed. Needs to be mentioned in a vacuum because other materials will slow them down. But in a vacuum, strange spelling to use next to each other, in a vacuum, they go at the same speed. Okay, so short little question on electromagnetic spectrum.